2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Miami as the Heat go up against the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers have to feel pretty good about their recent play. They've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. So right around the halfway mark, we're starting to see MVP candidates emerge. Shaq, you won that honor back in 2000, putting up tremendous numbers.
Yeah, I had a career high in averages, points, and assists, and that was the year of my first championship, Bernie.
Shaq, do you think you should have won more than one MVP?
I sure did. I got robbed twice.
I think overall in your career you should have had 4. But in 2000, when I was working as a student analyst watching you, man, that was a great Laker team.
I appreciate you very much.
Pleasure to know you. Honor
Thanks.
to be sitting here next to you. Isn't
so-
this guy the greatest?
Man, it's Shaq Mendes.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
Take a look at Leonard. He has a huge vote total right now. Number 3, in fact, among Western Conference players.
And looking more and more like he'll be a starter. And that's really a tribute to the work he's put in this season. He's earned each and every one of those votes.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Harrell, and it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. And for Miami, Bam Adebayo is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Myers Leonard, and it's Nunn in at the 1. Well, Steve, we're just halfway through the season. What stands out to you so far and what you've seen?
Well, I think for me is those teams that are underdogs, they're overachieving. And some of those teams that we had out in front, we start to nitpick what's wrong with those guys. I think the halfway point is for teams both underachieving, overachieving to start to really kick in. And some of those teams do and some don't.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
Now, here's Zubac. Second chance shot. Good work there as it goes.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Nunn. A 14-point game for him in the win against Washington. The kick outside to Butler. That time from Leonard. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
It was a terrific performance we got a chance to watch. They got into a nice rhythm and made smart adjustments along the way.
Now here's Leonard. Shoots over Zubac. Leonard, no luck. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. He talked about the threat posed by Jimmy Butler, saying, it's incredible the work he's done to make himself such a well-rounded scorer. Kevin, they better be ready for the terror from Tomball, Texas. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play going to the line for 1.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
That free throw good from George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Here's George. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Here's Nunn. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Leonard, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Well, this is his game. Be proactive offensively, put the defense back on his heels.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set, and you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective. Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Clippers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Over Adebayo. And again, it's the Clippers missing. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
Pass to Beverly, to the paint. Here's Harrell. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Here's Nunn. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Harrell against Adebayo. The pass to Nunn. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Not bad defense, but you give him an inch and he'll bury you.
Clippers trail by 4. Right side George. Hit his leg. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. Passes it to Leonard. 5 on the clock.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Count that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Clippers shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Lets a floater go. Miami grabs the miss.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Inside, it's tipped. Stolen by Zubac. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. lets it go from 11, and nothing seems to work as that one misses, and he's 0 for 5.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Clippers trail by 6. To the left wing. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Here's Adebayo. Great D that time from Harrell. Adebayo's gone 1 of 3 on the night. And here's Beverly. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. Nobody near George. The long distance 3 is buried. George has got 8 points.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Here's Nunn. Butler on the wing. Outside Leonard. Clock at 6. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Butler missing.
You know, he was looking for revenge, trying to match shots from distance.
Beverly with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. Well, most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
Yeah, really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Miami trailing. Now here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington. Iguodala, the pass to Crowder. Dragic against Williams. Shoots from the block. No good from Dragic. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat.
And both of these sides were fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot and split their season series at 1 apiece.
Shots good by Butler.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
The Clippers shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Leonard against Butler. Outside, George. Floats one up. They get it again. Here's Zubac. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Zubac has got his second bucket of the game to go. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Left side, Butler. That's tipped. Outer dishes to Dragic. Trying to get open is Adebayo. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Williams. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
The Heat trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Adebayo. Shoots over Zubac. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. 5 to shoot. And here's Leonard from 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Leonard's got 5 now.
You know, not a good start for him offensively, just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
There's the pass to Iguodala. It's Adebayo, top of the key. passes it to Williams. The shot's good on the assist by George. And it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Not many guys change end to end faster than Lou. Hard to match up with in the open floor.
Here's Dragic. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now George. 12 points for him. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Heat. Olynyk, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Robinson is subbed in for Butler. The Clippers also making some changes. Jermichael Green comes in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. Green against Robinson. Shot clock at 5. Jackson from long range. Rebound by Olynyk.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Green against Crowder. Pass to Iguodala for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And the wide open shot from Morris. That shot is off. The Heat go the other way with it. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
Williams scanning the floor. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Miami's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Here's Iguodala. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Superior muscle from Iggy on that possession there. Just a stellar job using his girth.
Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And the whistle blow. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. Landry Shamet's checked in for Los Angeles. 50 seconds left in the first. Jackson up top. Misses off the left iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Dragic the pass to Crowder. 8 feet away, and there's another one for the Heat.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. On the wing, Green. Pass to Morris. Shot clock at 6. There's Shamet, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back right after this. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it, but with that comes a lot of, some people call it pressure, but a lot of responsibility is what I call it. You know, every night you got to show up. You have to be productive. You have to show guys even when you're hurt, you can still play. Even when you're tired, you got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. It's fun to me. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And That's what he worked for, and he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
We've got Jay Crowder, Iguodala out there with Dragic. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Robinson in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And here's Morris for 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Miami trailing. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. No good on that one. Smitty, certain guys, due to their size or just playing style, are harder to officiate than others. I've always believed that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, back in my day, it was Shaq. How do you officiate him? Is
exactly.
he creating contact or he is absorbing contact? James Harden at a guard spot is one of those guys. Giannis, I also think, is one of those guys. And Russell Westbrook. Those are my guys I think that are playing right now.
They're just such different players, aren't they? I mean, they're just very difficult to officiate.
And they play through contact well.
Yes, good point. Jackson misses. The Heat shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Dragic, the pass to Olynyk. Shoots from the right block. Chalk up 2 there. Olynyk's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
The offense was firing on all cylinders, and that's the exact kind of shot they wanted.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Outside, Green. Back to Williams. Outside, Jackson. The 3-pointer off the mark.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's Dragic. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Iguodala, the pass to Crowder. Back to Iguodala. That shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Adebayo.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
That free throw, no good.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Heroes checked in for Miami. And then for the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams.
And not too long ago, Reggie Jackson signed a 5-year, $80 million deal. A lot of pressure on him to earn that money.
Crowder finds Robinson. And it's Shamet with the rebound. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Here's Dragic after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Back to Dragic. Easy jumper from very short distance. Dragic has got 5.
And we see this a lot with Gorn, using his size and craftiness to finish inside.
And Beverly kicks to Harrell. Dishes it to Jackson. Again, the Clippers.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Clippers leading by 3. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Yep, it counts. He's got 5.
When Jackson can't get all the way to the rim, this is his go-to. Shoots for a decent percentage from mid-range.
Outside Crowder. He kicks to Robinson. Sinks the triple. Robinson's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Take a look at the Heat. This hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out.
And you know, for the Heat, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they want it to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
And we've all thought this. They're just a middle-of-the-road team. The last thing anyone in the NBA wants to be.
Now here's Dragic. 5 points in the game. They grab their own miss. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The Clippers in second.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
And he makes the first. And with the summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
No good on the second free throw. Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust and they find their way.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
To the inside, Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And with Reggie Jackson at the point, you're going to get more of a score than a playmaker.
And that's okay, as long as you plan for that with your system. Reggie Jackson is great at creating for himself, but you'd like to see him do a little bit more to set up the rest of his team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Jackson.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Butler comes in for Robinson. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. Both free throws good from Jackson. The Heat have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Outside Butler, stolen by George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Here's Nunn. Butler deciding where to go with it. And the pass to Nunn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. Easy look from mid-range. He won't miss many of those. Lazy effort defensively.
Stolen by Jackson. Hero passes to Nunn. Tips it up. It's rebounded by Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Leading by 5. Jackson dishes to George. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. Passes to Hero. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Harrell's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Nunn, defended by George. The shot by Butler, nobody around. They can't stop the run with that one. Leonard, the pass to Jackson. Looking for George, he gets it there. Here's Harrell, and it's sent back by Leonard. Out to the wing. Here's Nunn. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Jackson, and Butler sends it back.
One of the most versatile defenders we have in the league. Butler's reach also allowed him to get that block.
And stolen by Harrell. Outside Jackson. Fires for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Hero's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Butler. Here's Hero. Guarded by Jackson. Leonard. And Leonard stays with it.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Now here's Jackson. 7 points in the game. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Heat trail by 7. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Here's Nunn. Here's Butler. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
You know what? This is a skill set to be able to take the bump and stay on balance after the initial contact.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Hero. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in for Patrick Beverley. The free throw drops for Butler. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Here's Nunn. Butler kicks to Iguodala. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Iguodala's got 5 now.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
And the Clippers have possession. 4-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. And they're playing through a string of road games. That will be game 5 of the 6 on the road.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Iguodala against George. Here's Butler, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
free throw, good. Butler.
From the 30th pick in the draft to perennial all-star, Jimmy Butler has come a long way in a short period of time.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris comes in for Harrell, and it's Williams in for Jackson. And so he hits both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Here's Leonard, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Williams. Iguodala left side. Pass to Adebayo. Clock at 4. Here's Leonard. And the rejection by Zubac. And now here comes Williams leading the break. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Butler attacking. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
The quickness of Jimmy Butler is the reason why he got that bucket.
The Heat have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. And he knocks down the first one. And so Butler nails both of them.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Clippers leading by 4. And here's George. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Monday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And for their matchup with the Magic, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. The Heat trail by 5. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first half. And Butler gets it to go.
Jimmy's thirsty tonight. You can tell he wants the ball every time down the floor.
1:36 left in the second quarter. Outside Williams. Floats one. Excellent D here by Iguodala. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. To the middle. Stolen by Zubac. Pulls it from 20. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Heat take it the other way. Nunn passes to Leonard. Iguodala wide open. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Outside Williams. Here's Morris. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
That's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markeith, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
drops them both.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Iguodala outside. Pass to Adebayo. Williams with the steal. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Another thing coaches love about Williams, he's a high percentage free throw shooter who gets to the line often.
And the Heat making a change here. Olynyk's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Green's checked in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A trickier cover than he gets credit for. JaMychal Green catches the defender out of position.
It's his first trip to the line.
JaMychal Green taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Green.
You've got to love the journey JaMychal Green has taken to get into the league, really clawing his way into this team's rotation thanks to his tremendous work ethic.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Heat trail by 5. Here's Robinson. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Williams with the ball. With 2 seconds left. That one wide left. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clippers lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 15 points and 1 steal. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possession. They did a great job of that in the first half.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots, gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible guys will see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Heat trail by 3. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, We've got Patrick Beverley. Harrell is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. And George kicks to Leonard to the wing on the left. Bounce pass, Harrell. Beverley wide open. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Heat shooting at 51%. Really solid. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting about 42% so far. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
And here are the Heat now. The Clippers getting the bucket. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That'll be his second foul of the game. Leonard, he's checked in for a Leonard. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg just keeps swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Here's Adebayo. 6 points for him. Hero passes to Adebayo. That one drops for him. Adebayo's got 8 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Outside, George. The tray. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the shot goes in. Hero's got his first bucket of the night.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. George against Butler. Now, here's George, guarded closely. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Nunn, defended by Beverley. Here's Leonard. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 3-point lead. Connects from 3-point range.
Beautiful executed play. Kawhi Leonard makes the right read. Wheeling and dealing.
Here's Nunn. The pass to Leonard. Left block shot on the way. And it's in off the backboard. 6 points for him. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Now, here is George. He's guarded closely. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Nunn. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. And the rejection by Harrell. Outside Leonard launches a 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to Butler. Here's Hero. He's defended by Harrell. Hero passes to Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Drills it from outside. Nunn's got 6.
He's a dynamic scorer, but Jimmy Butler showing the ability to make plays for others.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. outside. George fires the three. Los Angeles with another miss. The Heat have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Adebayo passes to Hero. Over Beverly. Shots good by Hero. Hero's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The Clippers trail. Pass to Beverly. Back to George. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Adebayo down low. He's defended by Hero. Adebayo with the bucket.
A tale of two halves. He's really turned it around here, scoring the ball.
Here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Zubats. Kicks it to George. Top of the key. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Here's Nunn. He has 6. Here's Butler. That one misses. Great D that time from Leonard. Shoots. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Stop it on a dime. Kawhi showing good body control on that pull-up.
Timeout called, the Heat.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
So both teams changing it up here. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. The Clippers in second.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all 3 levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
Here's Jackson. The Heat getting the bucket. He dishes it to Williams. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Jackson. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Heat have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Here's Iguodala. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Iggy is so creative down low, just overwhelming the defense with his athleticism.
And Steve, over the last half decade, Andre Iguodala has been a force off the bench.
People get so worried about who starts a game, but who finishes a game is more important. During crunch time, you can always count on Iguodala. He's such a smart player who comes through when it matters.
That free throw, no good.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubats. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Montrezl Harrell.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he makes the first.
Los Angeles, Paul George. Taking 2 shots.
And George drops them both. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. Dragic dishes to Crowder. And it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Now, here is George. He's got 26. Green passes to George. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Landry Shamit's checked in for Paul George. Dragic kicks to Crowder. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 6 assists in the game. Los Angeles has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Williams against Dragic. Lou Williams, and that's good. Williams has got 6 points.
Quick feet, quick release. Hard to check Lou Williams from beyond the arc.
There's the pass to Robinson. Here's Crowder. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Adebayo's got 12 points here in the second half.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Dragic.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now here's Williams. He's got 6, lays it up and banks it in. He's got 8.
The craftiness of Lou Williams, able to create separation off the dribble.
Now here's Iguodala. Right side Crowder. Looking for Dragic, and he gets it there. Tries from 16, and Crowder with the basket on the assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 7th assist here tonight. Now Williams. 8 points for him. Shamet trying to break loose. That one goes. Count it. And that's now 10 points for Williams.
Good interior defense, but Lou Williams not to be intimidated, not to be denied.
Here's Adebayo. That misses off the backboard.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Shamet the pass to Jackson. Inside, Morris. Rebound by the Heat. Outside, Robinson passes it to Adebayo. Here's Iguodala. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 3. Williams dishes to Green. He kicks to Jackson. Over in the corner, Williams. A 3-pointer, no good.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
They double him with Green. Pass to Olynyk. For the tie. And Andre Iguodala with the 3. Iguodala's got 9 points.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing. Just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
Jackson in the corner. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Miami's gone to the 3-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them for the lead. And it's Crowder laying it in. Crowder's got 6 in the quarter.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Poked away. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. Here's Dragic. Basket counts.
Boy, he's a player who battles for everything he gets. Dragic with the chance to tack on one more. Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his movement and footwork. But as pretty as his game is, he has a bit of edge to him. Very fiery player.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the Heat. The Clippers also changing it up. Montrezl Harrell comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Kawhi Leonard in for Landry Shamet.
What's up?
Free throw drops for Goran Dragic. And Smitty, as you alluded to with Dragic, he's gotten in more confrontations than you would think.
He's a scrapper and does whatever it takes to win. Reminds me of a little bit of John Stockton with that mentality. But that's exactly the kind of mindset you want from your lead guard.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Here's Leonard, and he banks in the layup. Now just a 1-point Miami lead.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Dragic, the pass to Olynyk. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. 11 points for Kelly Olynyk.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And this half, a more entertaining one. The pace is picked up, tougher defense, better ball movement.
And here is Los Angeles now after the Heat pick up 2. Back to Harrell. 5 to shoot. Good on the bucket. Harrell's got 10 points in the game.
What a great shot. This is why Harrell shoots over 60% for his career.
Iguodala outside. Pass to Butler. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Butler's got 21 in the game.
Those 220 pounds came in handy. Jimmy Butler using his big body and muscling those tough shots.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Heat out front, up by 3. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Myers Leonard is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Hero into the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Outside Jackson. To the inside. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
NBA champion, finals MVP. Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
Here's Hero. Rebound by Harrell.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
For 3, Williams. Rebound by the Heat. Hero's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside Dragic. Jackson comes over with the double. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
Miami with the ball. And it's Williams with the ball for the Clippers. To take the lead. Harrell kicks to Williams. Wide open shot is on the money. And the Clippers lead by 1.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Now here's Dragic. Outside Leonard. The dish to Crowder. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Dragic finds Crowder. Great D that time from Harrell. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Heat making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. Butler against Leonard. They get it back. Goes up again.
The nuances that Kawhi has added to his game. That time, the little up fake.
The first free throw is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Leonard hits them both. Here's Nunn. Down low. Here's Crowder. And the rejection by Harrell. It's tipped. Now the pass to Crowder. Over to the left wing. There's the triple. Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Outside Williams. And the Clippers miss again. Miami's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Outside Crowder. Butler on the wing. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line. And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
George is checked in for the Clippers. Timeout called the Heat.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush, there's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Here's Nunn, defended by Beverly. Nunn passes to Leonard to the right side. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. He misses the free throw. Bam Adebayo is checked in for the Heat.
2.
And he's good on the second. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. George double teamed. Kicks to Harrell. And here is Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. It's good from about 19 feet. Leonard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You have to give it up for Kawhi right now. He is wearing out the defense.
Here's Nunn, defended by Beverly, passes it to Adebayo. Here's Hero. Adebayo passes to Hero. The Clippers grab the miss. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Beverly, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
The Heat trail by 5. Here's Nunn. Got a hand on it.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
2.
And the first one at the line is good. He doesn't get the second one.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Oh, Leonard in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Adebayo on his 15th shot attempt. He makes his 9th basket. Should be a healthy 60% tonight.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Beverly looking around. Zubac's with it. George, that's a 2-pointer. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
I can't believe that went in, and I don't think he can either.
Leonard, no luck. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 16-7 run. With some arc, it's deflected. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And Beverly kicks to Hero. Clock at 6. Beverly for 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. Beverly's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. Miami's on 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Right side, Leonard. Fires the 3. Hero, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Here's Nunn, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The first one falls.
2.
Both shots good from the stripe. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Five on the clock. Nunn grabs the board. The Heat trail by 9. Here's Butler. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
And Miami shooting well, 50% from the floor. Here's Nunn, defended by Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Here's Hero. Lets the 3 fly. George with the defensive effort.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Outside Leonard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
He's off on the first. Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
And making the most of their opportunities at the line here in the second half.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Zubac finds Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard, no luck.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
Left side, Butler. Leonard with the steal. To the wing right side. Now here's Beverly. He's covered closely. George double teamed. Feeds it to Harrell. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Few guys play with Harrell's level of energy, and that gets him to the line with some frequency.
First free throw is good.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring the teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Leonard against Butler. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
Here's Nunn, defended by Beverly. Leonard against Zubac. 6 to shoot. Here's Hero. And that one is off. Great D that time from Hero.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
First one falls for him. And Miami making a change here. Dragic is checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Heat trail by 13. And there's the pass to Butler. To the inside. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. 10 points for Goran Dragic.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
The Clippers have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. George looking over the floor. Cans the 12-footer. George has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And the Heat call time here.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Now here's Butler. Back to Dragic. To the paint. Here's Hero. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Shot on the wing. Leonard, no luck. The Heat trail by 13. Here's Butler. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection
at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And it's sent back by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all.
Look out, here he comes.
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's Hero. Right side, Dragic. Three-pointer. The rebound by Paul George. George has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Kawhi Leonard.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight. Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Beverly against Dragic. Now here's Beverly. Not a lot of room. Harrell finds George. Just 5 on the clock. And there's Harrell. That's good on the assist by George.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Butler against Leonard. Butler passes to Adebayo. Here's Hero. Here's Leonard. He goes up again. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.